Hey everybody, it is the end of March, and March has been a rough month for me. Good and bad, you know, ups and downs, that's life, but a little more bad than normal. Work is still overtime and picking orders instead of auditing, just wearing me out. But you know, I'll be alright with it. Have done pretty good with not spending money. I'm trying to do a no spend this year, but I did splurge at the Dollar Tree and I got me some socks, silly socks. I know, it's my weakness. This is pizzas, $1.25, and these are taco socks. So I did splurge and get that, and yes, I know I didn't need them, but I've also spent money that I had to spend. Got a new bra. To me, that's not a splurge. You have to. And the other is, of course, I said in a couple of videos ago that I had to get a new roof. And got that last week. And before that, my water heater went out. So I had to get a new water heater. But, you know, I have the money to pay for it, and I believe in manifestation, and every time I spend money, it'll come back to me tenfold. So yeah. Then the roof, that has probably been my most upsetting thing, and it's just had me in tears earlier this week. So because we had the bad winter in January, it put them behind. And then, of course, I had to get financing. So even though I made the deposit in February, they didn't get to my roof until last week. And then I got a text saying, hey, I know we're supposed to be there Wednesday, but something's come up. Can we put it off to Thursday? So what am I going to say? No? I said, yeah, sure, fine, no problem. So I'm at work, and I get a phone call and saying, hey, we overlooked something, and they described whatever it is, and that's going to be a $300 and whatever extra. Well, what am I going to say? No. I go, yeah, okay, fine, you know, if it has to be there. They explained what it is. I could probably go on the invoice, but it doesn't matter. It's something with the roof. I've got a fireplace. Lord, I can't talk. And some other stuff, you know. So it's like, fine, whatever. So then I get a text saying, what time do you get home? And I go, oh, about 4:30. Go, why? Well, one of our roofers misstepped and you have a hole in your ceiling. And I'm like, oh, but we'll fix it and we'll blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, great, wonderful, you know. So, I mean, I'm not really upset. I'm more like, oh my gosh, this is just, you know, insane. The upset part comes later. So I get home, and yeah, there's a hole in my roof, and I'll show you a video of it afterwards. And they fixed it up, and they vacuumed the best that, you know, men can. And thank goodness I had a shop vac, because they didn't. I guess it's not something roofers keep with them. Anyway. So then the guy goes, okay, well, tomorrow we'll do your gutters, and that was Friday. And I'll be here, you know, to pick up the final check with your invoice. Like, yeah, fine, you know, I'm here at 4:30. I told him that, blah, blah, blah. So I come home. Nobody's here. I actually didn't have to work overtime on a Friday, so that was nice. And I wait. I look in the thing, and they're already closed, so it's like, okay. So I have to take pictures and send it to my insurance company, and I take pictures of my roof and send it to them, and so forth and so on, and say, hey, that's great, got that from my insurance people. And then the weekend, I get out, and I'm really looking at my roof, and I say, oh, this is really pretty, and then I started noticing the gutters. And the back gutter is different color than my front gutter, because I noticed they didn't take down the front gutters. They were still them. And I'm like, what? And I'm starting to think it's like, okay, they've added this 300, whatever this piece was, for $300. Are they going to switch and bait me? I mean, they didn't come Friday with the invoice with my final bill. And of course, it's the weekend, and I'm just mad. I mean, I'm just seething all weekend, you know. So I call Monday, and I don't get the normal coordinator. Courtney's her name. I happen to get the general manager because he gets the overflow of calls to her. And I am trying to be civil. So I'm at work. I'm on my break. And I tell him, I go, why do I have two different colored gutters? My front gutters were not replaced. They're mild gutters. I mean, they're not in the bad shape, but there are some dings, some different stuff like that, you know, because the snowstorm really damaged the back, not so much the front. And I go, you know, I paid whatever the amount was, and so forth and so on, and they're not replaced, and it's bad enough you guys put a hole through my ceiling, and then, you know, I get this thing saying, oh, well, we found this extra thing, and that's $300 for this, and, you know, and I mean, I'm mad. But of course, I'm at work, so I get home, and Jake was the guy who came first and did the evaluation and went over the stuff, and Jonathan was the foreman for the roofers. And I'm mad. I'm just so mad because I'm thinking switch and bait. Just like you did. Now I'm going to keep harping back on this, I know. But just go like you did earlier. Oh, well, we found this thing we forgot, and so what are we going to do? And they're like, and Jake says, now, I remember when he first came, we talked several different times for different things and so forth and so on. You know, not once did he say, I'm not going to replace the front, because I was said, yes, replace it. I want them to be the same color. You know, when I get financing, just add that to the bill and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell the people, you know, at the bank, this is how much I need for my loan. And he goes, well, I thought we were only replacing the damaged. He's worked there, I think he said, at least 5 or more years. So it's not his first rodeo. Why would anybody want two different colors gutters? And I tell him, it's like, why? That's what I said. I go, why would I? Not once did you say you were not replacing the front gutters. Because I said, I want them the same color. Because I remember him saying something, now I'm not going to quote him exactly, but basically we don't have that color anymore. What color do you want? So I got a darker brown. Not once did he say, oh, well, that does not include. I said, add that to it. Let me get the financing. And the other guy, well, how can we make this right? And I did say, I go back in time and have Jake tell me that they're not included. And then that's when Jake said, well, I thought we were just replacing what was damaged. And I wanted to say, but I bit my tongue, which is surprising because it takes a lot for me to get mad. And I didn't start crying until the end. You know, you feel me on that when you get mad and you're starting crying. But I wanted to say, are you that stupid? Why would I want two different colored gutters? I mean, just, how can we replace this? How can we'll give you a discount on it. And I'm thinking, because I had gotten the email of the invoice and go, if you were going to give me a discount, I would have already gotten it on this invoice that was just sent to me. So let me let me pay this final bill and leave. Because you guys think that these two different colors, this is my front, I'm out on my porch, and the back, which was drooping from the snow and the wind, the storm and everything, you think that's acceptable. As a company that you represent and work for, you think these two different colors are acceptable. Really? Really? And this week, I mean, I've to simmer down, I keep thinking, is that a man thing? Or were they really trying to switch and bait? Oh, well, we'll pay you, a couple more $1,000 and we'll do that. I don't know. I was just so mad and so hurt. And it's being a woman, a single woman, you just taking advantage of me? I don't know. I'm just so mad. And it's hard to trust people. And then you trust a company, you give them your hard-earned money, and they do you dirty. They just treat you like shit, and I'm just so mad. So I told him, it's like, no, I want to leave this here, and I'm going to tell them everybody, and I'm not going to mention their names, the company name, even though I should. I'm not going to. But I'm going to tell everybody, it's like, yeah, this company, blah, 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 thinks this is acceptable. I just the thought. I mean, yeah, we're just going to, I know, I'm going to harp over and over and over again, get mad again. Try not to be in tears. And like I said, I held it to the very end of not crying in front of him. It's bad enough when you're mad and a woman, and then you start crying. Oh no, she's getting hysterical. So, but on a happier note, I have hot water because I got my water heater fixed, and I have a roof over my head that's not leaking. Of course, I never did leak. I just had water spots. So I don't know. Just a chapter in my book. That's April will be a new chapter, and it'll have its highs and lows, and the rest of the year will have highs and lows. But it's springtime, even though it's out and it's getting darker. It's 8-ish clock out. It's beautiful weather. Hopefully in a couple of weeks I can turn my heat off altogether. I've got it down low, about 70. And like I said, I did really good about, besides buying a bra, that to me that's not necessary. I bought me some silly socks. I splurged. So, but thanks for listening. If you like this content or more, I'm going to try to get out and do more this summer, this year, this spring, and take you along with me, and hopefully there'll be more ups than downs. So I do have a website, I can't even think of the name of my website. That's terrible. Recycle Couture LLC, and I have TikTok. And if you could follow me and give me a thumbs up, that would be great. And if not, it's just nice to rant to somebody. Have a nice evening.